Today's question is about studies on meditation. Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa West, and welcome to Living Your Yoga. Today's question comes to us via email from Namaste Yoga member Tessa from the UK. And she says, I have a new challenge for you. And we all love challenges, right? She says, I'm doing more of the meditations and chants right now. So it's like she's right on board because we have a new meditation group here on our membership site, and we've got the new Yoga Stories series going on right now with Namaste Yoga with all the mantras, so that's great. And I think if I did more of it regularly, it might help me to put up with tinnitus. Is there any evidence that meditation and chanting or mantras is useful for this complaint? Kind regards from the UK, Tessa. So this is a great question, Tessa. And I just want to let everybody else know that tinnitus is a condition characterized by noise in the ears, often described as buzzing, whistling, humming, or ringing, which has no obvious cause. And there are a number of research projects and studies that are combining meditation and chanting to measure the effects on tinnitus. Research has shown that the more that you try to fight your tinnitus, the more your brain actually tunes into this. And I think that that this kind of research is pretty much, I think if I went and looked at it, but I do know off the top of my head, this kind of research is pretty similar across the board for any kind of chronic pain. So if you have any pain issues like arthritis or migraines, anything like that, this whole blog is going to pretty much apply to you as well. So the more you tune into your issue or your problem, or the more you try to fight it, the more your brain tunes into it. So based on scans that show when the brain tries to shut out the relentless humming, there's actually more brain wave activity that occurs. So instead of trying to empty your mind, you're actually asked to observe what is present, including your tinnitus and your anxieties about it. Bringing acceptance to the sound teaches the brain that there is nothing threatening about it. And I'll link to in the show notes to the research studies as well, so you can read into it more. The Royal National Throat, Nose and Ear Hospital in London in England offers 8 weeks mindfulness-based cognitive therapy groups for people with tinnitus. Most participants show a clinically significant improvement in the measure of tinnitus distress and emotional well-being. And again, I've got links in the show notes for this. Many of these mindfulness-based programs use Jon Kabat-Zinn's mindfulness-based stress reduction programs as a prototype. And his book, Full Catastrophe Living, was the basis of our Keeping It Real Yoga Style series here at Namaste Yoga. So I'm going to link to that series because we did a whole 8-week series of yoga classes based on the same kind of thing that they're using for this kind of mindfulness-based stress reduction series that they're using in these meditation study groups. So we're plugged in. I just want you to know that. In fact, there was a research study at the University of California in San Francisco that tested the effectiveness of mindfulness-based stress reduction programs for patients with tinnitus. And I'll link to that in the show notes as well. And again, the meditation practices given to tinnitus sufferers gave them the tools to acknowledge the tinnitus and live with it, and many have reported overcoming the anxiety and depression they previously associated with it. And there's lots of individual case studies and qualitative evidence in the show notes, in the link in the show notes. So yes, the research is showing a lot of positive results for tinnitus and meditation. So if you're interested in more meditation, I would encourage you to check out our 8 Limbs of Yoga series, which leads you into meditation. And additionally, we have a lively meditation group on our membership site, which is led up by one of our graduates of our Mentor with Melissa program. And she's actually from the UK as well. Her name is Michelle. And she's doing a fabulous job of heading up this meditation group. So, and I know that Tessa was going to plug into that group. She mentioned that to me in the email. So if you want to check out more about the membership site or any of the links that I've mentioned, above. You can check them out in the show notes. And I'd love to hear from you as well. Have you had any positive effects from doing meditation in your life? And if so, let me know about it in your comments. Thanks so much. Namaste.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.